Dr. Crowell. I'm your Blankner principal, and I'm so excited to welcome you to our kindergarten registration event. It looks a little different this year, of course, but what I want you to know, we're in masks, we're taking temperatures, we're doing all of this in a pandemic, but I want to give you the traditional information and warm welcome that you would receive at our kindergarten registration event on any given year. So this year it's a virtual walking tour, but there will be opportunities that you can come in and visit us as well. So we'll go ahead and get started, and come on in. Okay, so first thing I want to tell you about today is safety. It's our first priority here at Blankner. It's the first thing you need to know as you come to Blankner, whether you're a parent who has been here for a long time, maybe with older siblings, or if this is your first bulldog in your family coming to Blankner. You know, we're very serious about safety. The first thing that happens is as you come in the front doors, there's a doorbell. We're a lockdown facility. After arrival, when all staff come inside, we lock down our doors and our gates. So very, very safe. There is one doorbell, so if you visit during the day, during those hours, one doorbell that you have to buzz to come in. We can see you on video, we'll ask the business or the appointment or what we can help you with, and then buzz you in. As you come in, you sign in at our front desk, and I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Joe and Miss Terry. They are our front desk clerks, and usually the warm welcoming face here to see you. You would come in here, sign with them. All visitors get a badge. All visitors will have a badge. You have to wear that. I also want to tell you a little bit about safety drills. We practice often for safety here at Blankner. So all students know they don't have to be worried. They are safe in their school. And if there were an unsafe situation, an emergency of some kind that were to come up, they would know exactly what to do. So we practice just about every other week for safety. Various different drills. We have severe weather drills, we have fire drills, lockdown drills, lockout drills. The whole point is, and from the youngest of ages, we let students know they don't need to be scared, they don't need to be worried. We practice and we're always ready for safety. So before we walk into our hallways and give you more kindergarten specific information, show you some classrooms, all of that, I'm going to share some background about Blankner with you. Blankner opened in 1956. We're named after Frances Blankner. There's a photo here. She was the first woman on the Orange County School Board. And for 64 years now, we just have a history of excellence, a tradition of being a neighborhood school. So I want to tell you a little bit about that. There's more in a pamphlet too that you'll get in a packet. I'll tell you more about that, but there's more information we can share. This facility that we sit on now is about 20 years old. And our new facility is a K-8. It was just over 20 years ago now that we became a K-8 school. From the beginning and 20 years ago, we really have been a neighborhood school that has come together and developed what we want for students, the excellence that we want them to strive for. We call that our Blankner standards. So what you'll expect to see when visiting in our hallways and classrooms, and we expect this of everyone, the adults, the guests, the visitors, the staff, students, everyone, is that they're demonstrating pause, right? And we use pause as an acronym for perseverance, accountability, working hard, and supporting others. So it's that good neighborhood school community focus, right? And being a good citizen. So you'll see that and hear that as you move through hallways and see in our students all that we demonstrate. All right, so let's show you more. So we brought you first, it's kind of the first place in our main hallway here, to our cafeteria. Our cafeteria offers breakfast in the morning to all students. So if your child is somebody who needs breakfast in the morning, they would come here to breakfast first as they enter. And breakfast and lunch is all through School Pay. So School Pay is an online program that you would register with, and you can upload money there for lunch or breakfast and those things. So again, breakfast in here. Then kindergarten students come back to the cafeteria at lunchtime, which is about 10 a.m. They come to lunch, their teacher drops them off. It's 25 minutes in the cafeteria. They sit just with their class, and then the teacher picks them back up after lunch. We also have many parents who want to come and eat lunch with their students, so we encourage that. You would only be allowed to eat lunch with your child, and it would be on our outside patio. But you would just come, check in at the front desk, and then we would bring your child to that patio when you're there. Now with that, we do ask that you wait a few weeks, because in those first weeks of school, we're building those routines, and we want students to know how to move through the cafeteria. And of course, students can bring lunch from home as well. So we want to get those routines built. They know how to go through the cafeteria, get to their seat, and all of those things. So that's breakfast and lunch program. If your child is someone who needs before school care or after school care, we also offer that on our site, and that's through Dramatic Education. They're an outsourced program, so their program happens on our campus. It's a great partnership that we have with them. Dramatic Education is open in the mornings from 7 a.m. until the start of school at 8:30. And they're also open after school, and kindergartners, of course, would be picked up in their classroom and brought to the cafeteria. And then they are open until 6 p.m. So if you need that as a service, we'll give you all the information on how you can contact them and sign your child up for that as well. They are based out of the cafeteria for pickup and drop off on your end. All right, welcome to our Media Center. So this is a very special place in our school. It's special for several reasons. It's definitely kind of the heart of our school, right in our main hallway here. It's also where kindergarten students go first thing in the morning. So arrival time, I want to tell you a little bit about that. Arrival time is between 8 and 8:45 in the morning. At 8:30 is when teachers come and pick up students here in the Media Center, and 8:45 is the tardy bell. I tell you that because it's very important. Part of our standard is just being early to school, being here for the opening routines of school, and that's very, very important at this age. So I encourage you to have your students here by 8:30. They'll come straight to the Media Center. Their teacher will pick them up, and they'll get their day started right. I also want to mention just instructional minutes in general. So we also encourage that if there's any doctor's appointments, any reasons you need to pick up your child early, that you try to schedule those outside of school hours, or at least not often, if you're able to avoid checking students out early, because those instructional minutes really do add up and they matter. And in kindergarten, those routines are just so important. So again, this is our Media Center. It's where students come in the morning, and of course to check out their books and all of those great things. This is a place that all of our students know and use and love every day. So we are now in what we call our Fabrication Lab. And this is a lab that was designed about 2 years ago as part of our School Advisory Council, the work that we're doing for school improvement. And the basis for this is we are an innovation school. And so what that means is we have been selected by the state and then by our district for having some innovative practices happening. Part of that is our STEAM initiative. So science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And really it's more than any subject area alone. It's about integrating thinking and application-based learning. And so what we've done is we've developed a design process that our Blankner Bulldogs use. We talk about being problem solvers and critical thinkers every day. We've developed this lab and have this space that is one of our learning spaces for students and very engaging with 3D printers and specialized computers and a virtual cart, virtual reality cart. All of those things, but the importance of it is that our students know how to do this kind of thinking in any location. So all of the tools that we have here can also go into classrooms. And in kindergarten, students are really going to feel that. Our kindergarten team pulls in and embeds that kind of thinking and learning into all that they do in kindergarten classrooms. All right, quickly, I also wanted to show you our living lab. Now, this is just a corner of it and one of our living lab friends here. But this is an offshoot of our STEAM idea and part of how we integrate that real world application of learning, right? So we do have some school pets, and they live here in our living lab, and they're able to go into classrooms every day. We have students that help take care of them. And so it's just one more way that we connect to literacy, to writing, to taking care of our world, and taking care of each other. And this is our living lab. We can't wait to introduce your little ones to it. So we paused here in our main hallway so we can go over a little bit about our uniform policy. We are a uniform school, so students need to wear a polo-style shirt in hunter green, navy blue, or white, and either khaki or navy blue bottoms. They don't have to be embroidered or anything fancy. You can get those anywhere you'd like. And then on Fridays are our school spirit days. So then they can wear a Blendner Spirit shirt, and denim, nice jeans are allowed on Fridays as well. So now we brought you to our kindergarten, first grade hallway. And the way this hallway is laid out, we have first grade all on one side of the hallway and kindergarten on the other. We're standing right outside the kindergarten classroom now. All of the kindergarten classrooms have the kindergarten playground right outside their back doors on the other side of their classroom. One question I get a lot about kindergarten is class size. So kindergarten classes can have up to 18 students, and that's by Florida mandate. Another question I get is about special area classes. So our kindergarten students will go, in addition to their kindergarten classroom, they will go to PE 3 days a week, music 1 day, and art 1 day. And those are different special area teachers, and they go to those classrooms for that instruction. Now I'd like to introduce you to one of our kindergarten teachers, Mrs. Milligan, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about what happens inside that door.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Milligan, one of our kindergarten teachers here at Blankner, and we look forward to having you joining our kindergarten classes this coming year. I wanted to let you know a little bit more about the curriculum that we have in kindergarten. We do like to follow theme-based studies within our classrooms. We like to integrate our themes into all our subject areas, from reading, writing, math, science, social studies, and health skills. We're also a one-to-one digital school, so students will always be registered at the beginning of the year with their own individual iPad. We use those iPads for portions of our day, but not all day. We still like to follow traditional aspects of learning with using fine motor skills and gross motor skills within our curriculum. This is the end of our kindergarten hallway where the double doors lead out to our carpool loop area or our bike rack area. Kindergartners can be dismissed in a few different ways. If your child is a car rider, they will be dismissed at the end of the day to the car loop, and you'll be registered a card at the beginning of the year to let us know who is allowed to pick up your child. If your child signed up as a walker, you can pick them right up at the double doors here at the end of the day, as well as for the bike rack. We also have 2 other after-school options. You can register your child with the Wadeview program at our local community center. You can also register your child right here at Blankner with our Dramatic Ed program, which is our after-school care program. Students are always dismissed to an adult. So please make sure when registering at the beginning of the year with your classroom's teacher that you let them know their primary course of dismissal. If that's ever to change, you'll need to send in a written form letting your teacher know what is the second option that you would like their dismissal plan to be.
All right, so we have brought you kind of full circle around our school now. We visited those key places that your child's going to get to know so well, like our cafeteria, our media center, classrooms, hallways. This right here is actually our elementary art classroom in Portable 1. And so what I really want to talk to you about here, though, is just ways to get involved. So you've heard a lot about your students' day and what that will be like in kindergarten. But I want you to know that the partnerships we build with our families and our community make this all happen, make it such a success for our students. So we have an incredible PTSA, an incredible Blankner Foundation, a fantastic school advisory council, unlike what I've seen in most schools. We're so proud of it, and we welcome your partnership and involvement. So we're going to show you some of the web links to those things. Make sure to like us on Facebook, look into PTSA Foundation, SAC, all of those things, and stay involved. Anything that you could bring as far as a partnership or that is a passion of interest of yours, we will help connect you to it here at Blankner. So you are part of this Blankner family, and we're so glad your student is coming to our school. All right, so we've gone through a lot of information in this kindergarten registration virtual tour. There are 5 things that I want to just bullet point out for you as you take your next steps on enrolling your student, your kindergartner here at Blankner. So the first thing is there's a Google form. You'll see it on the screen. We're linking it for you there. And that Google form is a place that you can request a kindergarten information packet. It has all of this information and more. And I encourage you to do that because there's also a student activity in that packet. And one of the pieces of this registration week is getting your student excited, getting that little one excited to come here. There's a Bulldog craft activity in there that we would love for your child to be able to do. So go to that Google form, request that kindergarten information packet. We will mail it to you. And then it is also a place you can ask any questions. So if you've jotted down any questions, something you're not sure of, you can put it right in that Google form and we will contact you. That's the first thing. The second thing is to register your child. And that's where I wanted to introduce our registrar, which is Mrs. Scher. And Mrs. Scher, do you have some direction on how do we register?
If you just go to the Orange County Public School website, you can just Google it. Under the Newcomers tab, How to Enroll, New Student Registration. You follow all those steps and it will tell you exactly how to send it to our school. I'll get it and then I will let you know that I received it. And then I'll start communicating through the email with you in case of the things that I don't have that I need.
So we're going to link Cheryl's information on this video as well, so you have her contact information. She is a wealth of information about it. OCPS.net, that's where you go to start, Newcomers tab, and it is an online process, so it'll walk you through from there. So registering is the second thing. The third one is you can request a tour. We are so sad this year that we don't have you in our building for this information session. But we are happy to do a one-on-one tour if you'd like, and you can bring your little one in. We do those after student hours, and again, only your family. So please request one of those. We've got a Google link for you there too. The fourth thing is once you're registered, so it doesn't have to be anytime soon, we have a Tell Me About Your Child form. And that's a form where you can just give me information about your child, about any preschool experience, any connections that help with their learning, anything that's gone well or not. And so it helps us with class placement of your kindergarten child. So that's the fourth thing, and it'll be linked on our website, but also in the kindergarten packet. And then the last thing is not actually something you have to do, you're just waiting for it. Once you're registered, you've done that Tell Me About Your Child form, we have skills assessments for incoming kindergartners in the summer. That skills assessment is another chance that we get to know your child better and make that just right class placement and teacher placement for your little one. So all you have to do there once you're registered is just wait for a phone call. We'll reach out to you. We can't wait to meet you personally, and please do those forms and follow up with any information. If in doubt or on information overload, just call our school. We're here for you. Take care.